Welcome to Real World AIP. Today I'm going to talk about coconuts. I'm going to show you how to pick out fresh coconut, how to prepare it, how to open it, and all that fun stuff. If you don't want to go that route, you can do the next best thing. Buy it frozen. I found this at the Asian market. It's 100% fresh coconut meat. That'll save you that step. You haven't lived until you've had fresh dried coconut or fresh made coconut milk. We're in the produce section. We're gonna buy some fresh coconut, right? There's a few things to look for. I've been burned by bad coconuts. I don't want it to happen to you. So first things first, you pick it up. There should be water in there. You hear that? This thing is full of water. That's a good thing. You don't want it just to be a little water. You want it to really slosh around and feel heavy. Then you look at the eyes of the coconut and you just kind of inspect around it. You can even smell it. Make sure there is no hint of mold or anything growing on there. You'd be surprised at how common that is. So we've picked out a fresh, nice coconut. Now, here's how you wrangle this thing to get what you need out of it. First things first, we want to salvage the coconut water out of that coconut. So 3 eyes, we're going to poke holes in 2 of them. The screwdriver and a hammer. There, once you're in, you just want to make that hole wider. And we'll repeat it with another hole. Now, we have 2 holes, so we can get the coconut water out. So you see what's happening here. We can strain this later. Look at that. Guess what this is? It's coconut water. So what do we get here out of this one coconut? We got 1 cup. So there we go. So we have our coconut water out of the coconut. Now let's get to the flesh. I basically take a big knife like this and I use the non-sharp part of it. Lay it on a towel for a little extra traction. Whack it as hard as you can. This is a great anger management therapy. Oh, wait. Got it! So, we've cracked open our coconuts. We've gotten some of the shell off, so we have some flesh showing, but now we need to pry the rest of this from the coconut. The best tool I have ever discovered for this is a clam shucker. If you don't have one, you can use a screwdriver, a flathead screwdriver, a butter knife. I've tried it all. They don't sell this to open coconuts, but they should. This is a Dexter Sani knife 5127. I'll link below to where you can find this on Amazon. This thing actually has a little bit of a give, a little bit of a bend. So with this, you want to find a piece where the flesh is showing already, so you can see where it's separated from the skin. And then you can get in there between the flesh and the skin and and be careful, you can get hurt doing this. Oh yeah, see? That's the sound of you getting some coconut meat out of the shell. See how nicely that works? This is not possible without the clam knife. Even with this, it's still a little bit of a challenge, but I certainly want to do this without it. Now we are left with this. So this brown stuff needs to get peeled off. You don't want to eat that. So with the peeler, I just kind of push down. And I mean, this is a time-consuming process for sure. You might want to put on, you know, a good podcast or something. Listen, however you can pry that off, feel free. Not gonna lie, that part's kind of a pain. So this is what you're left with. This is just coconut flesh, fresh coconut flesh. You can eat this like this. I think it's good. But what I'm going to show you how to do is make coconut milk from fresh, and then we're also going to make shredded dried coconut unsweetened. Right now I'm putting this in the fridge and I'm going to go to bed. Good morning. Now I have this whole bowl of coconut ready to go. I don't feel like using this thing. I hate this thing. It's hard to clean, it's hard to use. You always have these little pieces that didn't quite make it through the grater and can't do it. I'm gonna do my usual regular blade and I'm just gonna like just make it into ground coconut. And here's what we end up with. That is perfect for making anything we want to make with the fresh coconut. Alright, so I've had the coconut in the fridge. It's another day to make my fresh coconut milk from fresh. The meat from one brown coconut, which in this case was about 333 grams. And then the water from one coconut. And a cup and a half of boiling filtered water. Fresh coconut meat. I don't even want to put this in there. I kind of want to drink it. But it's going to add sweetness, I think. I wonder, I bet they sell all the coconut water separate. I don't think they put it in coconut milk. That would be a waste. I don't know. Oh, anyway, here it goes. My water's boiling. I'm going to put that in the blender with my coconut meat. You would never want to do that full because it might explode. So, safety first. Now for the fun part. This is my very well loved and used nut milk bag. Get it all in there, you don't want to waste any. Now you can see already, look at that, that is coconut milk. There's my system for hands-free dripping. Right now it's hot and it's not comfortable to squeeze the juice out. So I just let it hang out like that until it's cooled down a bit. Now it's time to squeeze the coconut milk out of the coconut. And you just squeeze it as hard as you can. And squeeze and squeeze and squeeze and repeat, basically. Just however you can wrangle that coconut milk out of there, make it happen. If you'd like a lighter coconut milk, because this is thick and creamy, you can add an extra half a cup of water to this, blend it up again, and add that. Or, you know, this is thick enough, but if you wanted more of a coconut cream, then you'd use less water. And that's what we ended up with, 2.5 cups. My favorite way to store my coconut milk, because this fresh coconut milk is only going to last for a day or two in the fridge. If it lasts even that long, I could just drink this like this. But I'm going to save it for baking or cooking or whatever, popping into a stir fry. So this is my favorite way of storing it. And then I'm just going to freeze those. Here's some that I pulled out of the freezer from last time. I had coconut milk to save, and see, it's a cute little disc. Okay, so now we're gonna make the coconut shreds. I have this super cheap, this is cheap, okay? There's no high or low setting. They have a digital one, it's on Amazon for like $60. This one I paid 40 bucks for. It's been way more than worth it. I'll put a link in the description below to the one that I use if you're interested. For the fine shreds that I'm making, we're gonna need the ones they sell to make fruit roll-ups with. So one thing that always bugged me about this is this hole here, it goes down under here. You don't want your food falling in there. So to prevent that, you have a little hack. I just take a little bowl. I put the bowl over that hole, and then I can just put my stuff all over that and then remove the bowl. My $40 model doesn't even have an on and off button. It's called plug it in and unplug it. I'll tell you how long this particular batch took, and when we're all said and done, we're gonna have this. This is part of a 2-part series. In my next coconut video, I'm going to show you what to do with the dried flake coconut, including how to make toasty coconut butter, toasted coconut milk. I hope you found this video useful. If so, subscribe below. I post new videos every Thursday, often some shorter, more laid-back videos on Sundays. Either way, I hope to see you soon, and until then, be healthy.